What is going on, guys? The Broken Machine here. Hope you guys are all doing good today. In this video, I'm bringing you guys a variety of tips to help you dominate your opponents. One of the greatest skills to learn is being able to predict your opponents. However, there are many situations in which you have no idea where your enemies are. One way to ensure you don't get caught out is to incorporate centering into your gameplay. Basically, if you're walking around a corner, centering is keeping your crosshair on the apex of the corner so you're ready to fire immediately if an opponent is there. By centering, hopefully you'll see your opponent first, react quicker, and drop them much faster. By not centering, you're exposing yourself to an enemy, which more than likely will lead to death. Here's an example of centering while aiming down sight. Essentially what I'm doing here is pre-aiming a common spot enemies will be. In this case, the teammate was shot by somebody from up the top of the stairs here, and that's where I place my crosshair. Had I not known where this enemy was likely to be, taking the corner slower than that would probably be a wise idea. Give centering a go, guys. You should notice a massive improvement straight away. Second tip, don't make the mistake of playing at the same speed. A change of pace can often help you survive and catch your enemies off guard. Take this clip here from a recent game on Ballroom Blitz. A slow push in here results in a nice amount of kills in a very short amount of time. This weapon isn't really ideal for this situation, but a slow push into this area ensures I don't run blindly into a bunch of enemies. However, you may also want to speed up your gameplay in certain situations. Check out this clip on Fort Vaux. Here the enemies are bunching up on this doorway. They've wounded me and thrown a grenade down to finish me off. Instead of running away, I rush them and catch them off guard. If you are those players, you've tagged an enemy and thrown a grenade, you're likely to assume you've won that battle. But nope, in that short moment, there is an opportunity there to catch them off guard. I took the risk and it paid off. Of course, not the wisest move to be trying all the time, but in situations like these, on close quarter maps especially, often this is one of the best ways to play. And that brings me to my third tip. Let your enemies make mistakes and don't interrupt them while they're doing so. In this clip here, the enemies have a good hold on Duff, so we need to take our time here. So instead of just rushing to the flag here, my plan is to pick off the enemies one by one as I'm moving up the hill. With each kill, another enemy reveals themselves, and all I need to do is keep aiming down sight as much as possible. Rinse and repeat, and eventually we push up the map. Very simple strategy, but very effective on the more open maps. If I was the players up on Duff, I wouldn't make the mistake of peeking my head out every time one of my teammates dies. Instead, I'd copy the exact same movements I'm using to get up the hill, get a kill, see who peeks, move up, rinse and repeat. This is actually quite a good strategy in general. It's simple, but it's very effective. So many players out there are so eager for kills and pushing flags that they so often peek all the time without much thought going into it. Don't be those players, choose your moves carefully. Also in that clip, I didn't blindly rush to the objective and risk dying straight away. This is a common mistake so many players make. You've got to be aware of your surroundings, guys. And if you have no idea what's going on, always think before you move up. Don't be the player that rushes to each objective without observing the area first. So keep that strategy in mind and try and incorporate it into your own gameplay. It's incredibly effective. Honestly, it's probably one of the best. Definitely applies to the more open maps. Also, when it comes to objective play, capping flags does win you the game, but you've also got to be thinking about the bigger picture. Take this game on Ballroom Blitz that I posted the other day. A lot of people left comments saying you're not playing the objective, you're a good KD player, but terrible at playing the objective. And yeah, I was getting a lot of kills, but that doesn't necessarily mean I wasn't playing the objective. In that game, I was trying to control this area of the map, taking out enemies off the roof and the surrounding area. Not only reducing their numbers, but also removing their spawn points. Now see, if I wasn't up there doing that, then what happens is the enemy has a spawn point just outside of Charlie. They also can see into Charlie. They also have spots to snipe from and spot my team from pretty much anywhere on the map. So if we go for C, they can spam grenades, snipe us, drop in and respawn next to the Charlie flag very quickly if there's any of our team on it. Same goes for D, they can see that, they can also see B, and they can see A and E as well. So I'm going up there, clearing out the area and removing those advantages they had from controlling that part of the map. I may not be capping the flags every second, but I'm doing my team a massive favor. Without me up there doing work, there is no doubt at all that in that game, that enemy team would have won. No doubt about that. So my point here is you gotta think about the bigger picture. Look at this image for a second. Take me out of that area doing what I was doing, and then the enemy just controls C without much difficulty. This is the kind of mindset that separates a lot of the player base. Capturing flags is of course important, but so is preventing the enemy from capturing them and controlling the map. The team who controls the map wins the game. Remember, it's not a race, it's a marathon. Keep that in mind. A lot of players make this mistake. They're so hungry for the flags, they don't realize you need to be thinking about the bigger picture. Also, defending flags is just as important as capturing them is. Recapturing a flag is much more difficult than defending it. So as you're playing, try to think about the flags and whether or not it is worth going for that next flag or staying back and controlling the area. An ABC flag cap is way easier to control and maintain than an ACE flag cap. ABC means predictable spawns. Go for an ACE and the game becomes incredibly unpredictable and difficult to control the map. So in your own gameplay, instead of just rushing to flags and constantly be trying to capture them, think about the situations you're in. On Ballroom Blitz, if the enemy team holds that roof, that's it, forget about it, they're going to win the game. Moving on, next tip, I've said this so many times and I cannot stress it enough, use cover as much as possible, but also try to be thinking about potential lines of sight around the map. This clip on Verdun, for example, another map where snipers have a huge advantage. Here, instead of just running out into the open, I look for a line of sight that will likely enable me to potentially see any opponents before they see me. Not a difficult thing to do, but incredibly effective. Keep this in mind as you move around the map, not only when you're trying to go for kills, but also for just generally moving around and remaining undetected. Lastly, when it comes to gunfights, I see so many players stand still to adjust their shot, like this. They move the right analog to adjust. Instead, why not just move to the right? It's easier, it's quicker, and your enemy will also have to adjust their aim as well. Try it yourself, see how much harder, especially at longer distances, it is to make those tiny adjustments. Of course, if your enemy has no idea you're there, then move the right analog, but if they do, then moving the left analog and moving side to side may be a wiser choice. Always try to make your enemy work for the kill, don't make it easy on them. So many players make that mistake, you know. Standing still is that mistake, don't be that player. And that is all for the tips today, guys. Obviously, this is not a complete list. I'll be doing more of these videos very shortly. Thank you very much for coming to my channel today, guys. Really do appreciate it. Lastly, can I ask you a favor actually, guys? See that subscribe button over there? Click that and then click send all notifications. If you missed any of my uploads, then by doing that, you won't miss any in the future. That would be fantastic. Thank you very much, guys. As always, drop a like if you've enjoyed this video or found it helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy, guys. Catch you later. I can hear someone bayonet charging. Don't like the sound of that. Get out, you cheeky buggers. How did you get past me? What's all going on today?
We are losing objective Charlie.
It's gonna get messy. I think we should go for the flank.
We have taken objective apples.
It's gonna get so messy in here. Watch out, teammates, watch out. Oh. Yeah, let's not go that way just yet. I can't deal with those guys.
Für dich, Kamerad. Erste Hilfe.
on a sec, dude. Hold on. Where are these guys? Lost them. That was rather messy in there. Oh dear. I'm gonna need some ammo in a second, dudes.